Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcomes to our Gogte College of Commerce, Belgaum. I am Professor A.R. Niralkeri, Department of Commerce and Accountancy. For the academic year 2020-21, my subject is income tax for the BCom 5th semester. This is the syllabus of the income tax as per the our university, that is the Rani Chennamma University. The syllabus contains the total 5 units. In the first unit, we can see the basics of the income tax. In the second unit, we can see the various exemptions. In the third one, that is the income from salary. Fourth one, income from house property. Then the last one, that is the income from business and the profession. This is a symbol or the logo of our income tax department. Before going to the main aspect, firstly we can see the certain basics of the income tax. This is the basic concept of the income tax. Income tax is to be levied on the income of the person. Here we can see the gross total income. Out of the gross total income, we can provide many deductions and the exemptions. After adjusting the deductions, whatever the amount is available, that is called as the net taxable income. Then on the net taxable income, we are levying the tax as per the rates of tax. This is the meaning of the income tax. Income tax is a major source of the revenue to the central government. Amount so collected in the name of the income tax, it is utilized for the social and economical development of the country. Income tax is the one of the effective instrument of reducing unequal distribution of the wealth between the rich and poor. And also, our income tax solves the actual problem of the unemployment. Income tax is a central government tax. Income tax is a direct tax. Tax is levied and collected directly from a person. Tax liability is assessed on the basis of the total income in the previous year, relevant to the current assessment year, according to the provisions of the income tax law at the rate prescribed in the Financial Act. That is, income tax is a direct tax. Income tax is a central government tax. Income tax is directly levied on the income of the person. Tax liability is assessed on the basis of the total income of the previous year. Here we can see the two terms, that is the previous year and the assessment year. Tax is levied on the previous year. Amount is collected in the assessment year. CBDT, the Central Board of Direct Tax, which is having the supreme authority in the income tax. It has empowered to frame the rules and regulations subject to the control of the central government. In our India, income tax is having a certain act, that is Indian Income Tax Act 1961. Under that, the total process of the income tax is to be controlled. The income tax is having the certain own features, the characteristics of the income tax. It is a direct tax. It is an annual tax. The basis of charge is the income. It is levied total income of a person relating to the previous year. It is levied by the central government during the assessment year. That is, income tax is a direct tax. Then tax is calculated on the basis of the yearly. Then tax is charges, the tax levied on the income of the person as per the section 4 of the income tax. Then the tax is levied on the income of the person relating to the previous year. Income of the previous year. It is levied by the central government during the assessment year. Various terms used in the income tax. Then those are the assessment year, previous year. These are the important terms in the assessment year, in the income tax. Assessment year is a period of 12 months commencing from first day of the April every year and ends with the 31st of the next following. Then assessment year is also called as the financial year and income tax year. That is, assessment year is a period of 12 months, start with the 1st April and ends with the 31st of the March. Now we are all in the assessment year of the 2020-21. That is, present assessment year is the 1st April 2020 to the 31st March 2021. So assessment year is the 2020-21. Then the previous year, as per the section 3, it clears that previous year is also the period of 12 months commencing from first day of the April and ends with the 31st of the March, immediately preceding to the assessment year. This is also called as the income year. That is, previous year is also having the 12 months from the first day of the April and ends with the 31st of the March. Then 31st of the March, but immediately to the assessment year. That is, nowadays we have the previous year, that is 2019-20. That is 1st April 2019 up to the 31st March 2020. That is, both are having the period of 12 months. Assessment year is the 2020-21. Then the previous year is the immediately relevant to the financial year or the assessment year, that is the 2019-20. Then person. The tax is levied on the income of the person. Here person means the person includes various aspects. Individual, HUF, Hindu undivided family, a limited company, partnership firm, association of person, local authorities. All these persons coming under the meaning of the income. Then the assessee. Assessee means a person by whom income tax or any other amount of the money, that is the penalty or the interest payable under the Income Tax Act, then he is called as the assessee. That is, a person who is liable to pay the tax to the government is called as the assessee. Then the deemed assessee means guardian of a minor or the agent of the non-resident. If he pays, the payer is considered as the deemed assessee. Assessee in a default means income tax relating to the employees borne by the employer, then he is called as the assessee in default. Then the ways to pay the tax: advance tax, tax deducted at source, then the self-assessment tax, to be paid by the taxpayer in the installment. It is called as advance tax. Deducted by others at the time of the receiving the money, tax deducted at source. Then the self-assessment tax, paid at the time of returning the files. Paid at the time of filing the returns. That is income tax return. Yes, this one is the most important. Heads of the income. Tax is levied on the income of the person. Here the total income of the persons mainly classified 5 groups. The first one, income from salary. Second one is the income from house property. The third one is the profit and gains from the business or the profession. Then the next one is the income from capital gain, then the last one is the income from other source. Total, we have the 5 heads, then we are levying the tax, the respective heads. Income. Here the term income means income is a periodical monetary return with some sort of the regularity. That increase in the amount of the wealth over a period of time is regarded as the income. Income includes the business profits and the gains, the dividends, voluntary contribution received by a trust, value of the perquisites or the facilities, or the profit in lieu of the salary taxable under the salary, any special allowances or the benefit specially granted to the assessee, a foreign income or any interest, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration. These are all coming under the meaning of the income. Then capital gains, insurance profits, then the casual income. In the casual income, we can see the winning from lottery, crossword puzzle, horse race, card games. All these are all coming under the meaning of the income. Then on this, we are levying the tax. Heads of income. Just we have discussed. As per the section 5 of the income tax, income of a person is calculated under the following heads. That is salary, house property, profit and gains of the business or the profession, then the income from capital gains, income from other source. Then the gross total income. As per the income tax provisions, it is the sum total of the incomes under the 5 different heads of income. That is total aggregate income of all the 5 heads is called as the gross total income. That is gross total income means total aggregate income of all 5 heads is known as the gross total income. Then the total income. After finding the gross total income, the income tax gives a certain permissible deductions, certain exemptions as per the act. Then those are the under the section 80C up to the 80U, we can see the many deductions. After deducting all these deductions, whatever the balance is there, that is called as the total income, that is the taxable income. On this taxable income, we are levying the tax. Then the casual income. Casual income means income earned without effort. Incomes earned casually during the financial year without any effort. It is an income by chance in the nature of the unexpected windfall profit. Winning from lottery, horse race, crossword puzzles, card games, gambling, betting, these are the casual incomes. And the main provision is that expenses relating to the casual income is not deductible from the casual incomes. And no provision is there for the set off and carry forward of the losses. Thank you one and all.